I fought Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield and Butterbean, but puncher of the century hit harder than them all. Larry Holmes shared the ring with several big punchers during his illustrious career, but one stood out above the rest. The Easton Assassin is the third longest reigning heavyweight world champion in the history of the sport, 7 years, 3 months and 12 days, and defended his belts a remarkable 20 times before he was dethroned by Michael Spinks in 1985. 3 years later, he was given another bite of the cherry against then undisputed heavyweight king Mike Tyson, who flattened him inside 4 rounds. Holmes was 38 years old at the time and considered to be past his best, yet the wiry veteran continued slugging it out with varying levels of opposition for the next 14 years. Over the following decade and a half, Holmes defeated Ray Mercer, was beaten on points by Evander Holyfield for the WBA, WBC and IBF heavyweight titles and even slugged it out with Butterbean in his final bout as a professional. All of the aforementioned boxers are noted for their punching power, but Holmes insists one man hit harder than them all. Ernie Shavers, no doubt about it, Holmes told Boxing News. He could knock the hell out of you. Advertisement. Shavers, aptly nicknamed the puncher of the century, was rated the number 6 hardest hitter of all time by Ring magazine, 7 places above Tyson. Out of 76 wins, 76-14-1, 70 of them came by way of knockout, while you'd be hard-pressed to find a former foe that doesn't shudder when recollecting what it felt like to get hit by him. The incredibly durable Randall Tex Cobb perhaps said it best: Ernie Shavers could punch you in the neck with his right hand and break your ankle. Shavers challenged twice for the heavyweight world title, losing to Muhammad Ali in 1977 and Holmes in 1979, but both were shaken up by his destructive right hand in the process. Holmes managed to win their inaugural encounter over the distance in 1978 without tasting the canvas. However, when they rematched for the WBC title a year later, Shavers almost knocked him out in the 7th stanza. Acorn connected with a massive right hand towards the end of the round, which looked to have laid out Holmes for the count. But, somehow, someway, Holmes made his way back to his feet and came back to stop his adversary against the ropes in the 11th round. I was blessed with it, said Shavers of his punching power during an interview with the Fight Network in 2014, that I grew up on a farm, throwing bales of hay at 12 years old. By the time I was 21 I was knocking everybody out. Shavers passed away in September 2022 at the age of 78 from a short illness at his daughter's home in Virginia. But his legacy as one of the most destructive punchers in the history of the sport lives on.